expansion of the definition of unnatural carnal knowledge address your concerns about this lacuna that you have noticed in the existing legislation? And then secondly, you also talk about the pristine value system that we have as a nation. What's the definition of that pristine value system? Because yes, we are Ghanaians. Yes, we have certain attributes that makes us uniquely Ghanaian. But we're also human beings, and we share certain common attributes with people all over the world. So what do you consider the pristine value systems that we have as a nation? And then thirdly, in your conclusion, you seemed to issue a veiled threat to the parliamentarians who have to be mindful of the electorate in the work that we're doing here, and in your assertion that this would be one of the most important pieces of legislation that this House would consider. But this process would also result in significant changes to the bill. And so the bill, as we've seen it now, as with all processes of the passage of legislation in this House, the bill that is introduced is not the one that is eventually passed into law. So if you are telling us that you support this bill as is, and we should do our work mindful of the people out there, then you are telling us that we should, you are hampering us in the free expression of our performance of our duty as members of parliament. And I want you to rephrase that, because it didn't come across quite well. And it's as if you're telling us to be mindful of what we're doing, that any changes might result in some attack or otherwise for us doing our work. So if you could respond to these, I'd be grateful. Thank you.
What we seek to espouse is that the 1960 legislation never contemplated the expansive nature of allied offenses, which are now before us. You realize that it was about natural carnal knowledge, but as you might realize, now we spoke about the fact that we are having a very elastic and ever-increasing levels of issues in the LGBTQI hamper. We discovered a hamper, and these are increasing. So we are saying that it appears the law in 1960 didn't contemplate this scenario. So now that Parliament has been brought to that level to, as it were, address it, then it can take a critical look at it. And we should all know that in the 60s, certain vocabulary that we now know were not then in existence. Mr. Chair, Ghana is Ghana, Nigeria is Nigeria. We all realize that there are certain things that we in Ghana will accept, but others don't accept. So when it comes to the fact that we are all human beings, I believe we should also take notice of the fact that there are certain values which are peculiar to certain people. Some people come to Ghana, and the first thing they realized that they saw that our chiefs were half naked. Because when they saw them wearing the cloth, they saw that certain parts of their bodies were exposed. And they called half nakedness. But as far as Ghanaians are concerned, when our chiefs put on the cloth in that manner, we feel that they are so Ghanaian, and we just give them all the plaudits. So these things, I mean, they vary from nation to nation and from country to country. So these are some of the points that I wanted to address, that there are clear signals and clear differences within every country. And Honorable Chair, I believe that we are here as visitors. Certain words that we speak, they are, I mean, the interpretations in your bosom. You are sealed with power to give an interpretation. So if any words as it appears are unparliamentary, realize that we've not been trained in the rudiments of parliament. So we may want to expunge any words which might be seen as a veiled threat to this honorable house. That is not our agenda, and we want to retract, because the interpretation as to what is parliamentary lies in your bosom, and we do so with much alacrity. So sorry for any way in which you might have offended and crossed the boundary. If we did so, we want to apologize.